Hello, Professor. I'm Santiago. I want to make a quick clarification before I start my speech, and it's the fact that I don't have an audience with me currently because of the fact that, well, first of all, I live by myself, and the only audience I have is my little 5-year-old brother who's staying with me for a couple of days because my parents were on a business trip. I tried contacting my friends to let them know that I needed an audience with it. You were demanding at least 6 people, but they all backed down. They don't want to go outside a lot because of the whole coronavirus thing. So I'm sorry. So let's start. America is a country created on hard work and effort, filled with hardworking individuals with dreams and ideas. I was born in Venezuela and came to the United States when I was 13 years old. From the moment I arrived to the United States, I realized that in this country, unlike mine, success is reached by working hard and enduring the difficulties this society puts in your way. Since then, I knew that the path to my future was going to be a tough one, filled with obstacles and long shifts that would give me a sense of humility and new responsibilities. These responsibilities came along with living in a new country. In the 5 years I have lived in the United States, I have labored in many workplaces, entertainment centers, a couple of restaurants, and recently an international bank. To begin with, I would like to talk about my first job at Little Java's Family Fun Center. I say official since I spent the summer before washing cars with a couple of friends. I would describe this place as a small business version of Chuck E. Cheese. When people would ask me about it, I would just say that it was a big 2-story pantheon which had 4 bounce houses, kind of 2 climbing walls, arcade games, and a toddler area filled with non-harmful toys. This entertainment center also had a cafe and party rooms. My job basically consisted of me circling the bounce houses and rock walls to make sure there was no unsafe behavior and the rules were not broken. It was a very low-risk job since I spent most of the time taking care of kids and making sure they were in a safe environment. And during my time at Little Javas, I learned how to be more patient and professional in the workplace. I worked at Little Javas for a year and then decided to leave for a higher paying job. Moving on. The next 2 jobs I had were the complete opposite of Little Javas. The first one was as a sous chef in a Peruvian Venezuelan restaurant called Boca's Grill. My job basically consisted on taking care of the hot parts of the dishes. That would mean meat, shrimp, chickens. However, this was one of the hardest jobs I've ever had, since my last job was slower paced and stress-free, and I would spend hours standing up, and it became as a big shock the amount of stress and physical exhaustion that came with this job. After 5 months of hard work at the kitchen of Boca's Grill, the restaurant was sold to a different owner. Therefore, I felt the necessity to change jobs and find a different one. My second and final job in the restaurant industry was in a very popular restaurant called La Perla Seafood and Bar, which is located in Western Florida too. I worked as a regular busboy, but with a little twist. I worked 13-hour shifts and almost 7 days a week. Make no mistake, the scheduling was completely legal and legitimate, even though it was very hard and tiring 4 months The pay was great, and the employee treatment was just wonderful. I was very satisfied with that job. In addition, my fourth and current job came as after leaving my busboy position on La Perla. I applied to Citibank NA after my uncle who works there recommended me. He talked to my now manager at my branch and told her about me and about my story living here in the US. During this interview, she told me that she liked my personality and the fact that I had so much experience in such a young age. 2 weeks after the interview, the manager called me and she let me know that I got the position for a part-time teller in the Citibank branch, which fortunately for me was located right across the street from my house. And I do have to say that although this job is not as stressful as my previous jobs, it does involve a lot of communication and critical thinking and problem solving skills, which were things that my previous jobs didn't have or didn't think about. I believe that I do have a lot more things to learn in my current job, and that I have worked very hard to be in this position, and that I will continue to take advantages of the opportunities that come with this job. In essence, I believe that even though I am young and I understand the importance of working hard to achieve anything significant in this country, it can go from just being famous or just buying a house. But something that living in the United States has taught me is that whatever concept of success you have, it will be achieved, but only by working hard and putting the effort to accomplish your goals. I have worked in the entertainment business, in the restaurant business, and now I am working in the international bank business. I have realized that all these hard work and long shifts are completely worth it. Thank you.